So what is in the box? What is the Skyhook Discovery 2.6? Well, the biggest plane I've ever had. If we get it open and we start taking things out, it's at this point we kind of realised that we're going to need a bigger room or a much wider angle camera. Are we getting a sense of scale yet? I think we better go to the garden. Don't know what I was making a fuss about. Should have fitted in the room easy, shouldn't it? So this is the Skyhook RC Discovery 2.6. 2.6 being the 2.6 meter wingspan we have. Now the idea of this particular soarer is it was purpose built as an FPV thermal slope soarer. It should be capable of flying high speed while being able to slow down to work thermals. It is a monster. So why was I making that face on the intro to the video? Well, this Skyhook has been kindly provided by one of its creators, Rob Thompson, who, when he offered me to initially, I said, look, I've got to tell you, I've got no gliding experience, I've got no sloping experience. Do you think I can actually fly this thing? My experience is pretty much foamies and obviously quads and stuff. And obviously what I didn't want to do is take a beautiful model like this and stuff it first thing. But he was pretty confident with the right setup it could be a nice big floaty plane. So fingers crossed. I really don't want to stuff this because it really is a beautiful plane, and because I'm not used to a glider or a sloper, I'm not used to the sort of the quality of the materials used. They're so different to a foam plane. If we look at one of the wing sections here, I believe it's balsa wood construction covered in some material and then the whole thing covered in film. Rob talked to me about the importance of being able to use crow braking with something this size so you can actually slow it down. So we need to put 6 servos in it. What it's actually got here, which you probably won't be able to see in the camera, it's got some, this is a servo hole here which we just need to cut the film for, and this is the same in each wing. We've got a little cavity here for the VTX or receiver, obviously one on each side, and then of course there's another servo hole just here for the ailerons. Obviously a V-tail, which is, I don't know if this is a good gliding thing or not, but this thing feels solid and massive. I mean, I'm somewhat intimidated by the size of it, but hopefully we can make it work. This section really needs mention as well. This is a composite material with 2 massive cavities in it. Obviously the tail goes on here, carbon rod goes through here. You've got a huge space here where the LiPo will go. Now, flying normal FPV, I'm always expecting cameras to be here, but in this case we've got this little section here to put the camera and the ability to pan round it, and it's all about keeping this lovely profile, absolutely making it super slippy and be able to get through the air. It's a sort of different mindset to me. Well, I'm just used to, you know, stuffing big blocks of cameras and stuff on planes and seeing how they fly. This is all about efficiency and getting it right. Big learning curve. Sometimes it's just good to get out your comfort zone and try something true. So I'm like half intimidated / scared and half really excited about it. Massive bit here as well if you need to put any flight controllers in, and all this is obviously open to take all the wiring and stuff down. It really is very substantial. Now, normally speaking, I'm against massive models because they're really hard to transport, but this, as you just saw, I've just built it up and it all goes back down again in that original box, so it's not stupid to carry around. The other stuff that came in the box are these sort of things. We got servo extensions, a lot of control horns, push rods, that sort of thing. I actually had to ask Rob, what is this? I didn't understand what it was. To servo cover, again, keeping that aerodynamicity good and the whole plane very slippy is what it's all about. I've never seen one of these before. If you're a glider sloper guy, you'll obviously know what these are. It was a complete shock to me. He was also kind enough to give me this Turnigy glider drive motor, which is a meaty thing and looks like this. It is one hell of a motor. So this is going to be running off 4S and some sort of 12 by something folding prop. The reason I'm putting this video out now is because obviously this is something I don't want to rush. The last thing I want to do is screw this up. So I want to make sure I do everything right and I get it set up nicely. And Rob's kindly offered, if we get the days right, to come over and check my setting out, make sure it's looking okay and I've got the very best chance of actually getting it in the air. So a whole bunch of stuff, so ESCs and servos and cameras and props and stuff on order, which is going to take a little while to come along. And obviously I've got some little careful bits of cutting, really careful. I was scared enough just picking bits out of the foam. Now I've got this beautiful solid wooden thing, so eek. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Tune in the weeks or months to come when I have this thing ready to go, and we'll have hopefully a spectacular maiden. It's normally spectacular one way or the other. We'll hope it's going to be a spectacularly flying maiden. Meantime, of course, links for the Skyhook RC website are down below. Check it out. This one isn't necessarily the crossover plane, it's big. There's smaller ones, and I think there's smaller versions of this coming up, which might be a better sort of transition from the sort of Bixler type flyers into the slider stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this, and terrified as well, but I'll see you when we get there. Bye for now.